Welcome to Culture No Cap. I'm your host, Eric Spencer, along with co-host Reverend Eric Helton in the building. What's up, man?
What's good, man? What's good?
Good, man. Felt like we hadn't recorded in a while. Feels like it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
feel like ain't nothing been out in a while anyway.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. That's what it is, really, technically. You're right. Man, we gotta get to it, man.
Man, did you hear about Obama this week?
No, what'd he do?
You hear about Obama this week?
Nah, what happened?
Did you hear about Malia this week?
Malia. We talked
Malia
about
Ann.
it last time. Malia
Did
Ann?
you hear anything about it this week?
No.
Hear
Why?
anything about LeBron?
There you go. Already. There you go. I have heard about LeBron.
Yeah.
40,000, right?
Yeah. Heard he was on steroids. Yeah. Heard he was a bad daddy because of Bronny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heard anything about Bronny this week?
I heard he might enter the draft.
So who under more pressure? Who more polarized? I ain't heard nothing about Barack this week or Malia. Every week I hear about LeBron.
All right. But see, Barack, he's not an active, president right now. He's not in the White House. So, and LeBron's still playing ball. So you got me. You got me on that. I ain't heard nothing about Malia Ann this week.
You heard about Bronny, didn't you?
I heard about Bronny.
Bronny still got the last name James, don't he?
Yeah. We might as well get it.
I got to prove this point.
We might as well. While we're here, let's talk about it. You're right. What do you think about Bronny entering the draft? Possibly.
I think Bronny is doing the same thing that I told you that Malia Ann should have done last week.
What's that?
He's capitalizing on his name. Because he ain't capitalizing on his skill.
I'm about to say he's not there as far as skill level yet. Come on now.
But if say Bronny gets drafted in the first round because somebody want to get LeBron.
Okay.
That's 3 years of guaranteed money. Based off he LeBron's son, because it sure ain't based off him talented enough to be there. Sometimes you got to take advantage of what you got.
You think that's right?
Oh no.
You don't think it's right, but you think it's he should do it though.
If I'm him, Daddy's a billionaire. I'm gonna stay in school till I get to where I can. I don't have to worry about Daddy. When Daddy retires, I get cut from the team. So I'm gonna try to stay and make myself better. It ain't like they used to call them hardship cases, where they had to go and take care of their family, so they would leave early. He ain't gotta do that.
No, it's definitely not a financial decision.
It's not. So I would stay in school.
So why go? What do you think it is? Really think he just what's the point of him going? Honestly,
so he can play with his dad. He probably don't want to play with his dad anyway.
I wouldn't. Would you? I mean, would you want to be on the same team as your dad?
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not want to play with my dad.
Way too much pressure.
It is, and then the team goes away, and you watching your dad see what he does, and then you can't act like you would want to act because your dad there watching you. No, man.
Like a hawk. He gonna be on it.
Yeah, ain't no way in the world I'd want to go play with my dad. But when I think it was Rich Paul said he's not gonna be concerned about where he's chosen in the draft, but where he would go. Yeah, that tell me he going.
Man, if he go, okay, what round? First round?
It ain't but 2.
First round?
Depending on how bad the team want LeBron.
How bad does this look for college sports, though? College basketball. If Bronny's picked, let's say he's picked number 1 in the draft, this year's draft.
That ain't happening. But I mean, I don't know that it makes it look bad. It makes the whole nepotism thing.
Yeah.
It may make LeBron even more polarizing than he already is, because everybody knows, look, your boy got picked because of you.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think it's LeBron is pushing him to do this, or you think it's a Bronny decision?
I think LeBron's kind of pushing, which now he's saying, I think now LeBron realized he ain't that good. And he's kind of backing off, saying, let the kid make his own decision. The kid will decide what he wants to do. That's not up to me. So, and Bronny may be like, nah, I'm not ready. It'll be a shock if he says, I'm not ready. Even though everybody knows, even all the teams know. It'll be a bad look for LeBron, especially like he's got a player option at the end of this season, so he don't have to be a Laker next year. Mm-hmm. So he's sitting there dangling. Okay, if you want me, draft my boy. And
that looks terrible, man. That looks terrible.
Does. It'll be even worse. Look, if somebody drafts him, he goes to him, and they don't win the championship.
Right. Man, I just think that it looks bad for LeBron. LeBron can't really win already because, like I say, he's polarizing. But this right here, it's a whole nother level of nepotism.
The best thing for LeBron is for Bronny to say, "I'm staying in school."
Yeah, that would be the best. Just stay. What, 3 years?
Yeah,
3 years.
I'll tell you what. If you make a jump next year and look like you're showing improvement, go ahead and go, because that's 2 years. Once you get about 3 or 4 years, they're like, "No, we done seen all they can do. We don't want them."
That's true.
But yeah, you don't have to commit right now and say, "I'm gonna stay 2 more years," but at least stay next year.
Yeah.
See if you get better. You'll have a whole off season. You had the heart thing over the summer, so you had to join them late anyway.
Health concerns. That's a red flag for teams.
It is. It would be for me.
Yeah.
So man, yeah, that's he's taking advantage of his name. Big ups, Bronny. I wish more of your people would think about doing that.
It's bad, man. I see it like this guy's under so much pressure, man. You're right. It's up there. His pressure level is way up there. Because most people just like, I'll just stay in college and just live off my dad forever. Like, you don't have to do this.
I'm LeBron James Jr. Come on. Yeah, I ain't got to worry about none of this stuff.
None of it.
And he already done made all this NIL money anyway because of who his daddy is.
Yeah, he can stay.
So he got his own money.
He got his own money.
Man, yeah, I'd stay.
I'd stay too. What do you think about Caitlyn though? Caitlyn's going too.
Well, she done been there 4 years anyway.
So she was gonna enter anyway. Well, she could have played.
She was eligible because of the COVID year, so she could have played next year.
You ready for her to go?
Go on, let her get in there so we can see how great she is. So she the greatest. Go on, let her get in there and let's see.
Caitlyn hater. You sound like a Caitlyn hater, man.
I ain't no hater, man. She can ball. I just have an issue saying she's the greatest of all time.
She ain't that. Not yet.
She ain't gonna be the greatest college player of all time. Matter of fact, I got them on TV right now. They winning. They just showed Cheryl Miller, and it was like 3-time player of the year, 2-time national champion. Caitlyn ain't got that.
Let me ask you this though: do you think that the players were better back then than they are now, though? No. How's the skill level? The skill level is better now, right?
Yeah, they're more skilled now. They are more skilled now.
So come on, like, You got to realize she was playing with better players now than Cheryl was back in the day.
Still not the greatest of all time.
Interesting.
Still not the greatest of all time.
So you think Cheryl Miller?
For me, and maybe it's because when I was young, she was just a superstar, and she was better than her brother, who's a Hall of Fame NBA player.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
So maybe it's nostalgia. I don't see Caitlin being the greatest of all time.
Nah. The people are arguing it though. They love it.
They are. They wrong, but they welcome to be wrong. Win something. No matter how great the players are now, you got to win something.
Player of the year? Does that count?
No.
There you go. That's something.
win a championship.
Yeah, like that's so easy. That's funny.
It's not. It's not. But if I'm going to be the elite of the elite, that's what I need to do.
Dang, pressure.
All right, so Shaquille O'Neal.
Right.
College player. Matter of fact, college player. Christian Laettner, college player. Who's viewed as a greater college player?
Christian Laettner.
Don't put the NBA into Christian Laettner.
For sure, because of championships.
Now, when you get him to the NBA, who's a greater player?
Oh, Shaq, for sure. But just by the eye test alone, if I'm looking at college, I'm gonna say Shaq. Because Shaq dominated in college. Just eye test only. That's what I saw.
Test only, but who is the greater college player?
Stats and everything and championships, Christian Laettner.
There you go.
But
there's not an NBA team that would have picked Christian Laettner over Shaq.
Not at all. Ever.
But we don't when we talk about the greatest players, college players of all time, most of the time we talk about Kareem, and he won a championship every year he played in college.
Yeah. I'm gonna do you one better. Michael Jordan. Wouldn't say he was the best college player.
Nope.
He might not even be the best player on that team.
That's it. He was the guy who was open for that shot.
Yeah, changed his whole life.
James Worthy was a better player on that team than him. So, I mean, championships have got to come into play.
Yeah.
I mean, she's exciting. She's a great player. Now, she may move to the W and be the greatest player of all time. She ain't the greatest college player of all time.
Yeah, you might be right, man. We're going to see what she does in the W. I'm curious with that range she got.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be something to watch.
It's going to be interesting because she's already going to have a target on her.
For sure.
Because you know them gals is going to try to do their best to shut her down and shut her up. So it'd be interesting.
You're a rookie. All right, let's not run all the ladies away with the sports. Let's get into old Tyler Perry. Mea Culpa. Did you see Mea Culpa? Did you see that movie?
I saw it.
All right. Well, let me give my review. Because I know you liked it. We talked about this a little.
I liked it, but I'll give my caveat to it though. Go ahead.
All right. So this is a movie starring Kelly Rowland and Trevante Rhodes. It's an erotic thriller. That was a red flag for me when I saw Tyler Perry erotic thriller. I'm thinking, boy, this is gonna suck. But I was like, hey, babe, let's watch. I told my wife, let's watch it. It's gonna be everybody talking about on the internet. Let's do it. Watched it. The first half was really good. I will say that. I was like, oh man, this is not bad. Second half, a little dicey. The dumbest lawyer ever is Kelly Rowland.
She's a dummy, man.
She was a dummy. But it had the typical Tyler Perry, like he makes women look stupid and he makes men look terrible. Like evil.
Tyler Perry movie.
Typical Tyler Perry. The end, that's why they lost me. First half, good. What'd you think?
I saw the end coming. For me, I mean, I liked it because here's why I liked it. Because I like Lifetime movies
And soap operas.
and soap operas.
Yeah.
This was like a Lifetime movie. Even the rushed end. It was like a Lifetime movie. I saw the ending coming the whole time.
But how's there a lawyer in the movie you don't ever see a courtroom? I'm just asking, like, not one court case did she ever do, or that was nothing. How?
It was, and see, that's why a lot of people didn't like it. They went into this with expectations.
I did a little bit, but not
I ain't
much.
going to with no expectations because I know Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to sit and enjoy it because I'm not going to have any expectations because it's called an erotic thriller. You ain't really have but that one scene.
Some would say two. What about the white girl?
Oh yeah, okay. That didn't look erotic. That was just bang, 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 bang,
Yeah,
bang.
that wasn't erotic. But I'm just saying that was part of the. Yeah, that's what everybody's like, especially the ladies. Yeah, the sex scene was amazing because of the paint and all that. I'm like,
that is just nasty. I was like, who's gonna clean up all that?
It was funny. He was trying to be sexy with that paint all over his face, talking about, yeah, baby. I was like, man, wash your face.
I'm watching it talking about she better take a shower before she go home.
No, what about he was getting with the white girl, and he just went straight for Kelly.
That's what we said. We were like, you ain't gonna take no shower.
Nah, he been a wash rag. He ain't take a whole bath. He just
ain't do nothing. Hey man, people were disappointed because they had expectations.
Yeah, you had none.
I had none. I was like, man, this probably ain't gonna be good because most Tyler Perry movies ain't good. When we got done watching it, I was like, yeah, this is like a Lifetime movie. I liked it. Gotta watch Lifetime movies. I watched Single Black Female 2 last night on Lifetime.
Oh, I heard that was coming on. I missed that.
I was disappointed in the ending of that too, but it was a Lifetime movie. That's all it was. It never, if it had gone on to the movies and I went to the movies to see it, I've been mad.
Yeah. This was Tubi-ish. It was Tubi.
It was. It was, but yeah, I had zero expectations. Now, will I watch it again? No.
It's a one time and you done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, the end, man. I don't want to spoil it, but the end, the scene in the car.
I can see it come. I can see it. I could see who did it early. And then the scene in the car, I was like, yeah, man, he lying. And yeah, I can see that coming.
So let's look at the characters here. Did you like anybody?
No.
I didn't like Kelly. I didn't like your boy Zaire or whatever. I didn't like him. Like, was there a likable character? Maybe the PI, maybe.
Yeah, he was okay. He was okay.
He wasn't the best PI either.
But he spilled too many secrets though. Getting stuff wrong.
Oh yeah, my fault. He wasn't with a woman, he was with his family.
My bad.
My bad. Sorry, I ruined your life.
Yeah. Sorry this led you to do this because what I told you. Oops.
Oh man.
But he would have probably been the only likable because the mother-in-law, she was terrible.
Wasn't she? She was awful.
Man,
it was awful. He didn't care if she had cancer.
No, at all. Yeah, I ain't gonna spoil it in case anybody's seen it. Ain't seen it, but man, yeah. There's one likable character and he gets stuff wrong.
Yeah, he was probably the most likable. Everybody else, the brothers, man. I hated that other brother. Not
I
the one
didn't
who
like
was
him from the get, yeah. Yeah, man. But Tyler, he got his Netflix deal. He getting his Netflix money. This is stuff you're gonna get.
Yeah. I mean, people watched it. People talking about it. He'd rather have people talk about it and go viral. And I mean,
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
yeah.
Because even though the majority of the people that watch it talk about how bad it was, people gonna watch it.
We're gonna watch it. I knew. Like I said, my expectations weren't super high, but they were. I want to see a good movie, and
It was a Lifetime movie. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they ain't.
this wasn't it, man. But hey, we talking about it, and everybody saw it.
There you go. So
A lot of people saw it. So
stop going into things with expectations.
there
Hey,
you
that's
go.
why, yes, you can go. I watched your movies. I finally watched your movies.
Yeah, don't go in there. If you see Tyler Perry Productions,
Don't.
just be like, oh well, let's watch a Lifetime movie.
Let's see what's gonna happen. Just
Yeah.
like I finally watched The Color Purple.
Yeah, man. How you feel about that?
I went with zero expectations because all y'all so let me tell you this. If you already know, I flunked.
Oh yeah, you flunked.
I didn't make it through the month of March.
Yeah, without saying the N word, we had a little agreement. Like he won't say the N word for March. Was it March 2nd?
It was March 1st.
Oh, there you go. March 1st. I was gonna get another day. March 1st.
It was March 1st around 1:30 p.m. But you people have put this movie up on a pedestal. So I went in and I was like, man, I'm gonna watch it. I don't like watching these type of movies. This movie is just gonna be great. It's just gonna. It was good.
It was so you thought it was good.
It was good.
Hmm.
I mean,
So
it was
the
good.
character. Who's your favorite character in the whole movie?
Couldn't have been. I ain't have too many likable characters in there. First, it couldn't have been a man. I did like Mister's daddy.
Wait a minute. Time out. You mean the dad? The meanest man in the movie, pretty much from the beginning.
Yeah, I like him.
You liked him. Oh, wow.
I mean, it wasn't a male character that you could get behind. Really, I mean,
It was. You missed him. You didn't even see him. He was the one in the car. He said, "Oh, time to go. Let's go." You got a suit on. You forgot about him. He was the best character in the movie. He got out of there. He
you're the
knew
best man. See, yeah, I mean,
that was it.
it was a good movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I could watch that and then turn around and watch the new one. I like that too.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the new one yet. I've kind of,
But I went
all that.
into that one, because I was like, first off, you guys already disappointed me with how great this movie was gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
and it was good. It wasn't New Jack City, so now I'm gonna go into this next one, and I'm gonna have low expectations because everybody talked about they hated it. It was all right. It was good too. It
Mm-hmm.
was. I'd have loved to have seen it on stage.
Oh yeah,
That's where it belonged.
that's where it belongs. It was on stage. It's a musical, but
I mean, it wasn't Hamilton, but it was good.
it was good.
Yeah, I mean, I
Well,
liked it, and it
Fantasia.
also explains some stuff. Like at the end of the original, you kind of figured out Mister had paid for her family to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the other one, they actually show it.
Oh, him paying.
Yeah, and you know, and their relationship. I mean, they don't get back together, but he's trying to be friends with her at the end. But
But this wasn't what you. This wasn't a slave movie as you thought it was,
it wasn't
right?
a slave movie. It was a
What was-
pickaninny movie, but it wasn't a slave movie.
I mean, it wasn't a slave movie, man.
It wasn't a slave movie. I give
It
you
wasn't a
that. It
slave
wasn't a
movie.
slave movie.
I mean, it was,
And it was, I mean, and there was very little racism per se.
mm,
I'm not gonna say very little, but it wasn't a huge part of it. Except
no.
when Miss Sophie uh, got arrested, and that was bad. But it wasn't like a whole big movie of just
Like,
racist movie. It was just bad men mistreating women.
would you like to be my nanny? My what do you call it? My nanny?
Yeah, that didn't go over well, did
And she said no several times. She said no. I heard her.
it? Yeah, I heard it. She heard it too. But,
What you say,
but,
nigga?
but it was. I mean, it was good. It was fine. It was fine.
Oh boy, I'm glad you finally saw it, man. Shout out. It only took you, 50 some years.
So I'm officially black now again.
Yeah, we give you a temporary, your temp card. You still got one more, I think, out there that you
No,
hadn't
that
seen.
was it. That was the one
Was
I
that
ain't seen.
it? Was that it? I thought it was another one you hadn't seen.
No,
I
that
was
was
like,
it.
okay, all right, yeah, you got your card, man.
Yeah, that was it. And like I said, Whoopi. I mean, it was a good movie. But
Whoopee, I saw what you did there.
there you go. I mean,
Let's
I
talk about
guess it was.
it. It was good. It was good. I thought it was one of those where you have to see it once. It's not one you watch again.
Yeah, and I seen. I already knew all the phrases, so
You did. Sorry, we ruined it for you, but it only took you that long to watch it. Sorry.
and I'd heard them so much, I knew when it was about to happen on the movie.
Dang.
You show is ugly ain't on the new
Play.
one.
They had to be politically correct. It seemed. What would it seem? What would it be called for her to say that? Bullying.
Unappealing facial features. Wait a minute, bullying and Mr. Beat.
Oh, they
That
still
ain't
had the beating. The beating was still there.
Yeah.
Was it? Let me ask you this though, before we get to the next topic. Was it like kind of not as brutal on the new one as it was in the old one, or was it just as brutal?
Kind of the same, really.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering, how they change things up to make it more politically correct in the modern era sometimes.
No, it was just a play that was made into a movie. It would have been a great play. Instead, it was a good movie.
Okay. All right. Speaking of movies, a documentary came out on your favorite network, Lifetime.
Lifetime doing stuff like that gonna make me
Where's Wendy Williams? What's wrong with Where's Wendy Williams? You didn't like this doc.
No, man. I ended up stopping watching it. I couldn't.
You didn't watch the end?
No, man, it's pitiful.
It was. So the doc was about Wendy Williams and her health issues. Honestly, her and her guardianship she's now under. It was very sad, but I will say at the end it was kind of hopeful at the end.
I didn't make it.
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's sad to watch. Who signed off on this? Who do you think signed off on this?
Whoever did need their tail kicked. And it don't really sound like the family signed off on it, but they gave it them guardians. But man, it's sad.
Yeah.
I had to give up.
Yeah, the what?
I had to give up. I was like, man, I can't watch it. She's pitiful.
It's pitiful, man, but because she was at the top of her game just a few years back. Her show ran for 15 years. She's up there with like the top radio personalities of all time. She's in the Hall of Fame. It's like I've never seen this kind of fall like this televised in a doc.
That's what's so sad about it. you know, things happen to people in their lives, but to document it the way they're documenting it and just constantly showing it.
Mm-hmm.
If the first time they showed it, I was like, oh, this is a lot. We probably don't need to show this anymore. Man, they show it just about every day.
Yeah. And they put it out, or she thought they were doing it to promote her podcast she has come out. She thought it was going to help her like get back in the industry, but really, to me, it hurts her. It makes her look incompetent and like her mind isn't there.
That's truly what it looks like. You know, they say she has whatever Bruce Willis has,
Mm-hmm.
and
Form of dementia.
and you can see it. But then a lot of times on this, they was trying to. It's like they was pushing it off on alcohol.
Yeah, I think it was alcohol induced dementia. Is what they said.
That's crazy.
It's
It's
sad.
man, it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Lifetime keep showing stuff like this, I might have to. I'll
Wow.
just watch LMN.
Yeah. But you know what? Last time I saw something like this, a documentary was that made somebody look bad. It was probably Michael Jackson. Do you remember that one? The Indian guy. He did a doc on Michael Jackson and pretty much was exploiting Mike, making him say certain things and making things seem a certain way. You don't remember that one? That was probably early 2000s. You don't remember that?
I don't think I do.
Yeah, it's one. It's similar to this. Like, why did Mike agree to do this? One of those situations. Why did he agree to sit down with this man who's pretty much trying to destroy his life?
And see, with Wendy, I can see why she would agree. Like I said, she thinks they're gonna promote her podcast. She's
Mhm.
not
She's not there.
thinking like she normally would.
Mhm.
Somebody should have said no. But somebody heard, okay, well, we're gonna make this amount of money, so we're gonna do it. Man, that's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, it says a lot about the guardianship system. Like her family wasn't allowed to take care of her. They had to get somebody from the state, New York, to take care of her, which is questionable right there alone. Like,
It
why?
is, and you see how much they cared about her.
They didn't. They didn't at all. They didn't even check on her much, is what I've heard.
No, and the house, you would never imagine that Wendy would have stayed in a place that looked like that.
Yeah. She didn't have any like she had a lot of yes people around her too, except for the guy. He was pretty stern with her for the most
Yeah,
part.
he was trying.
But that Sean girl, she was like,
Yeah,
I couldn't get into her, man.
is my check gonna be good? Okay,
She want that money.
whatever you want, we'll do this. We'll do this. Yeah, man, it's
I mean, she was getting nasty though with the people. She
she
was
was
very nasty with some of the people.
she was, but it's almost like when a person has Alzheimer's,
Mm-hmm.
they can get really mean, but you know that's not. Even though they may say things that hurt your feelings or cut you, you know that's really not. It's pretty much not them.
It's not them, right?
And I felt like a lot of Wendy's stuff, it just wasn't her. I mean, she might have been hard to deal with uh, earlier,
Yeah.
but this just doesn't seem like. I mean, because that was bad, man.
It was bad. And what made it bad for me is that the people around her weren't really family, especially at the beginning of it. They weren't family. So family can kind of like, oh, you know how she is, she's going through this. But the other people, it looked bad. It looked like she was a monster, pretty much, like to the nail tech. That
It
I felt
really,
so bad for that girl. Like, gosh, she just doing the nails.
it really did. It's like this is a mean old witch.
Yeah, yeah. And her reputation kind of precedes her a little bit with the show and her being, you know
Yeah,
how she is. She got a very polarizing
she
personality
yeah
anyway.
yeah. So man, they took advantage of her. They took
Yeah,
advantage of her, and whoever signed off to say let's do this took advantage of her as well.
yeah, yeah. It's a form of exploitation. That's why I got title
Absolutely, it
black
ain't even a
exploitation.
form
It is.
of. It is.
It
it
is black exploitation. That's what it is, man. She made somebody mad along the way. That's what I feel
hmm
like.
And they were like, "Yeah, we gonna get her." and we could get paid for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
They got her, man. They got her, and the alcohol. I mean, you can't help the dementia, whatever's going on with her, but that's a bad look for Lifetime, man. Lifetime looks like it's exploiting people at this point.
They are. You know, I let them get away with surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Which, because, I mean, that really was kind of an important thing, even though they kept coming up with stuff. Surviving R. Kelly Part 2.
Part 2 is where I stopped. That's where it kind of like, all right,
yeah, that was it. I was like, yeah, now y'all doing too much.
Yeah.
You got the story out.
Enough of this.
Yeah, and see, I didn't even watch Part 2.
I didn't either. I didn't get into Part 2. Part 1 I watched, but yeah, they're trying to. And it's always black people. It's always black people.
Because you can't tell me we're the only ones that do things wrong. You can't tell me we're the only ones who deal with issues. You can't tell me we're the only ones who have bad attitudes. And I know we ain't the only ones who take advantage of little girls.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, with this one, somebody signed off on this, and again, she probably signed off to a certain point because she was trying to get back in the industry. It's so important. You can tell she's hungry to get back in, like bad.
Yeah, she signed off thinking it was going to be something else,
and
it wasn't.
It wasn't, man.
And I wonder if she could sit with a clear head and watch this, and how she would feel.
I don't know. That's why I say watch the end, because at the end she kind of getting back on her like health stuff and getting healthy, not drinking, rehab. Her family's the one kind of taking care of her. So the end was kind of promising, honestly.
Okay,
it was.
I might come back and watch the end.
It makes you want to see
but the middle. Yeah, the middle messed me up so much.
Yeah, it was pretty sad, man. Even if you don't like Wendy Williams, wasn't a huge Wendy Williams fan. A lot of people can't stand her, but you gotta feel sorry for her when you watch this doc.
Yeah, it's
you have a heart. Yeah.
If you care about people at all, you'll feel bad for her.
Yeah. Well, speaking about mental, Biden took his physical last weekend. They say he's fit as a fiddle, man. Do you believe that?
I mean, I want to know who the doctor is that did it.
Okay.
Because what we see don't look fit.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a mental test. It wasn't a test about a cognitive test. It was just physical.
But he don't look frail.
I mean, he's 80. He look as.
For an 80-year-old dude,
he looked pretty fit.
I would guess for an 80-year-old dude who has been president for 4 years, because everybody else who's president, except for Trump, it wears them down. Okay, he's fit as a fiddle.
Fit as a fiddle, man.
It's an old fiddle.
It might be an old fiddle. Some strings missing. It's still a fiddle, though.
I mean, that means he doesn't have any diseases that they fear will take him out.
Right.
So I mean, like, if you are concerned about that when it comes to your vote, you just got a clean bill of health.
No, it left some questions. Why not the mental test? I feel like he should have took the mental test. Like, why not? Why not? You know why not? You know why? He would have failed.
Maybe when you go get a physical, do they give you a mental test?
I'm not the president. I work in facilities.
That wasn't my question. When you go for your annual physical, do they say, "Here, Mr. Spencer, let's give you a mental test"?
No, because again, it depends on your job. If I was the president of the United States, I need a mental test. I need to make sure.
That was a yes or no question, sir.
Of course they don't. I'm not the president. No, they shouldn't. I might fail. Who knows?
I know I got a mind. Y'all ain't told me nothing.
But for real, I mean, especially in this climate right now we live in, where he's just getting criticized for falling around and mumbling, fumbling through his speeches. We need to know that you can do these next 4 years.
Well, let Trump take one too, though.
They both. Oh, he's declining too now. Don't act like he ain't declining.
Because you listen to some of the stuff he says, and he just be talking. He literally be talking to be talking. It's fine, really fine, really, really good.
Yeah, they both are old. I mean,
if you make Biden take one, make Trump take one.
They should both have to take one. And I think Trump did take one before.
That's what he said.
I don't know. That's what he said.
Talking about how smart he was. Yes.
Yeah. But come on. We know better.
Yeah, he always says how smart he is when he takes these tests. Let him take one on TV. We want to get real good. Put them both on TV. Let them take the test.
That'd be a good debate. That'd be a battle of the minds.
There you go. Now we'll see.
I'll watch.
I still ain't gonna pick Trump anyway, but now we'll see.
At least we'll see whose mind's better. So they met up at the border, man, in Texas, on Thursday, and they didn't talk, but they talked through each other. They talked about each other, and Biden apparently wants to work with Trump a little bit.
Yeah.
How you feel about that? How you feel about that?
Trump
you think that's soft though? Do you think that's kind of weak?
No, I think Biden is smart enough to know that Trump got Greg Abbott wherever he wanted him to be. So if Biden can get with Trump to get Greg Abbott in line, then it'll work. Now that's smart by Biden.
So strategy. It was a strategy. He was trying to.
Well, Trump ain't feeling that.
Trump is not going to do that. We know he ain't going to do that. But I get your point though. That's a good strategy though. You got somebody on your side that you need to help. I get it, but it's not gonna happen. We know.
No, that ain't happening. You know, they've said that Biden has, I guess, as best a solution as you can have for the border right now. But Trump has told Republicans not to vote for it till after the election.
He gets in.
So yeah, so he can be the one who does it. Now, is that somebody who's got this country's best interests?
Of course not. Of course not. Not at all. He's about him. He's about the rich. He's about himself. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. We gotta realize that's what he's about.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And
yeah,
man. That makes me think Biden is smarter than people giving him credit.
I think he's surrounded by some smart people. I do, that are helping him. Yeah,
as really in any leadership role, you need to be surrounded by smart people. You need to be surrounded by people who are better at certain things than you are.
Absolutely. Yep.
So
that's a good thing. Trump, he's gonna surround himself with people who say yes.
There you go. He's gonna surround himself with people he can bully.
He can bully around, push around. Anybody would kind of, we've seen it. We've seen it happen. But yeah, they met up. Well, they didn't meet up, but they were at the border, and now immigration. There is a border crisis. You gotta admit, there's a problem at the border, man.
There is.
And that's what's upsetting a little bit, because the Democrats actually said there wasn't a problem. There's no issue, and let everybody in until it started affecting them.
And it's bad, man, because you want to with the Statue of Liberty or whatever, you're poor, you huddled masses, whatever, yearning to breathe free. That those people see, and it's an assumption I'm making, that a lot of those people are coming for a better life.
Yeah.
But you want them to do it the legal way, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
But all immigrants ain't here to rape your wife and sell drugs and steal from you either.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to have a legal way to do it.
Yeah, and those people should be vetted. I'm sorry, they just should, because there are some that have bad intentions coming over here. There's some that have good, but it's hard to know the difference when you don't have a border. I mean,
There you go. When everybody just come on, all y'all, come on, just come on.
it's crazy if you really think about it. It's crazy to just have an open border.
It is insane.
It's insane. We don't even have a country without a border. I mean,
yeah, you just got some land.
you got some people just come on in, and some of these people, like I said, are committing these crimes, and some are not.
Of them,
Not all.
of them, and that's what gets tricky, because there are people who just all immigrants, then blah blah blah, and they come in here and they're doing this, and well, some of them aren't.
Some of them are not, and that's what you call propaganda. I mean, that's really what it is, propaganda.
It is, but yeah, we definitely need some type of control of this.
We do,
and just let them come in, let them vet them, let them take their test for citizenship.
Make it fair. Make it fair.
Yeah, make it fair. Don't give them the brown paper bag test.
Right.
But yeah, so it's definitely an issue. But don't be shooting people at the border either.
Yeah, or caging children.
Yeah, man. See, that's too far.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's got to be a humane way and a diplomatic way to do this. It's just got to be.
And you know what? Trump, he said build a wall.
He did. But that seemed so extreme at the time for
it really did. It seemed extreme. Build a wall, make them pay for it, and all that stuff was like, okay.
It's the messenger people really don't like. It's always the messenger. It's never the message. And that's what we were talking about before. How me and you and other people around our age and black men in particular are starting to think outside the box. We're starting to really think about not so much at how people say things, but what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because what he was saying made sense, but we didn't like it because it was coming from him. We're like,
we didn't like Trump saying it.
Yeah.
We didn't like Trump saying it because we already viewed Trump as a racist.
Yeah.
And so when he's saying this, there's just more racism. I mean, what he said kind of did make sense.
Kind of made sense. And like I said, I'm not a supporter by any means.
Absolutely not.
But that made sense. And now here we are with a crisis, a border crisis is what it is.
And that's the problem. We pick who we like, who we don't like, and whatever they say, either we're gonna like it or we ain't gonna like it based off who says it. We was looking at that thing. Biden sat down in that family's house eating cookout with them.
Yeah.
And why fried chicken? Fried chicken. What kind of look is this? Biden sitting there eating fried chicken with this black family.
I didn't understand the criticism there. Oh, I just didn't get it.
And clearly, Stephen A. was not involved with his children, because kids, when they go to a steak restaurant, they order chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders and fries. That's like the go-to for kids.
So that's what those kids was eating. But you're going to take it, just because it's Biden, you're going to take it to a whole different extreme and say he's sitting there and he's making fun of the family because they eating fried chicken. Man, we get caught up in the messenger and just blow everything out of proportion.
Yeah, they were reaching because he came to, it was Raleigh. He was in Raleigh eating with a black family, like I said, cookout. And he was talking to the kids about their, school and sports. And they took it. They were like, what are they eating? They're eating chicken tenders. Black people chicken. It's just
just running with it. Kids eat chicken tenders. That's what they order.
I was like, you sent it to me. I was like, I don't get it. Like, what's the problem?
And see, I was thinking, I was like, we better debate this, because he about to say, why would he do that? And I'm ready. I mean, that man. Well, we wasn't gonna debate it because we was
on the same page. It's like, come on. Because again, we're starting to really think about the media and what they're really trying to do.
And a lot of people don't like that. A lot
And
of
they don't
our
like
people don't like that.
oh yeah, they hate it. They hate it that we think.
Yeah, they look. You go ahead and you follow blindly because this is what we've always done, and we don't really think like that anymore.
No, on any level, Democratic, Republican, it's just not. We're not tied to any party. We're not
No,
married to any party. I mean,
no.
a lot of us aren't. Some are, but a lot of us aren't.
Yeah, I need to know what you stand for. Now, with that said, no, it'll take a lot for me to vote for Trump.
Oh yeah,
Like Jesus coming and waking me up and saying, "Go vote for him right now,"
yeah,
and I had to make sure it was Jesus.
yeah,
It ain't gonna be the guy in them pictures.
yeah. Exactly. And if he had a true plan, a real plan to make our lives better, black people in particular, like the platinum plan that he was introduced by Ice Cube. You remember that? The whole
Yeah,
thing. If he had a real plan like that, I would hear him out on it. I would listen because again, we're at a point where we got to stop worrying about the messenger at some point and worry about the message and what they're trying to do. You remember that movie Fences? You
yep,
remember Fences with Denzel? You remember that part
yep.
when he said he said, "Why you don't like me?" You remember that part? He said, "I ain't supposed to like you." He said, "I ain't supposed to like you. I put food in your stomach." And what he was trying to convey to him was like, it don't matter if you like us or not. If you do right by us,
Dude, that's all. That's all that matters.
that's all that matters.
Now,
And
for him, with him though, we don't we don't see a platinum plan. We see a revenge plan, which is already,
yeah,
and then you've got supporters who some like his policies. Some like the fact that he don't tell the Proud Boys about themselves,
mm-hmm.
and so you got that.
Mm-hmm.
You a lot of times, of course, see it more as we get older. A lot of times with the president, you're like, man, it don't really matter who's in office. It don't make a difference in my life.
Yeah,
Ever since '08, it make a difference because it makes a difference in
yeah,
how people treat you. Yeah, not
yeah,
just physical things. It makes a difference in how you're treated. So
yeah,
with the Trump presidency again, I'm concerned with how I'm going to be treated. So I can't roll with him.
yeah. I mean, I get that, and that's the feeling part, and I understand that. But at the same time, we got through it. I'm just saying we got through it. It was tough. It was tough times, and it could get worse. It could get worse.
Ain't you tired of just getting through stuff?
We've been doing it all our lives.
Man,
You
I
know
want to
that.
flourish. I want to
Yeah.
enjoy some things. I'm tired of just getting through. We survived Bush.
Mm-hmm.
We
I agree.
survived Trump.
The system is messed up, but whoever's in there, we need to press them to get what we need, what we want.
Yeah.
No matter who it is. That's really what it comes down to. We don't have a lot of control over it besides voting, but
I mean, that's
we
it.
really don't have a lot of control. So we got to do what we got to do
And
locally too.
with a lot of these guys, yeah, we need to hold them to what they said.
That's all. That's all. Make them accountable, no matter who's in there. That's the
There you
only way.
go. Don't use my vote to get in, and then you don't pay any more attention to me.
Yeah.
But see, a lot of us get to the point where we'll do the work, we'll get them in, and for us, that's the victory.
Obama, great example.
That's it. Our guy
We didn't
won.
trust Obama. That's all he won, and we was happy with it.
That's it. We ain't care what he did. We won.
We
We got
won.
president who looked like us. His lips is black. He smoked Newports.
He did smoke Newport.
Next thing you know, weed legal. I mean, everything them comedians said was gonna happen, except for
Yeah.
the raggedy basketball court and the car in the front
Can't get
yard
to
on cinder blocks.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
But
Pretty much.
we were just happy he won. That was it. Anything affecting our community, we didn't care.
Yeah.
Obama won.
Yeah. And that's my dispute with a bunch of Democrats is that, okay, we get Biden in. What's he going to do? Is he going to make sure, like that George Floyd bill? He going to make sure it gets passed. Finally, he passed the Asian hate bill.
Yeah, with no problem. But yeah, and the Floyd bill been just sitting there.
Sitting. And it'll continue to sit. So it's bad that we got these two people running. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. I'm sorry.
It is. And yeah, what can we get out of it? Like I said, if we need to leverage our vote. Okay, yeah, but these are some things we're gonna hold you accountable for this. You telling us all this when you get elected, you're gonna do this and this. Well, we're gonna be on you for you to do it. Right. And a lot of times that's where the disconnect comes. Whoo, I got one. And that's it.
Then what?
We got a built-in excuse because we say, well, it's going to take the Congress. The president can't do it by himself. And they're not helping him with anything. You didn't say that when you was trying to get my vote.
Yeah. Quit making it so personal. Like if I'm rolling with Biden, I'm rolling with him, but I still should hold him accountable. And don't just spend your time defending every little thing he does. That's what we did, like defending him. Well, he tried, like you said, he tried to get this. He tried get something done.
Yeah, there you go. I don't want to hit. Look, I tried to be a supermodel.
How'd that work out for you?
Took my shirt off. They said go.
Put your shirt on.
Exactly. Here's $100. Put your shirt back on.
Right. Yeah. You're right though, man. It's gotta be some accountability. It can't be just that's our guy. It can't be all that. That's our guy.
Whatever he do is right. I mean, he's trying. He's just trying. Look, try hard guys only work but so much. If I'm a coach of a team and I got a try hard guy, unless my name is Eric Spencer and we playing in the playoffs and I got a try hard guy, I'm gonna let him play. He might not play as much as he should, but I'm gonna play him. But when the rubber hit the road, I ain't putting the try hard guy in because I'm putting the guy who's gonna win in.
Because you're a good coach. That's what you do. You play the best players. And you can't tell me these are the best guys to run. I'm gonna play this little clip.
I think that there is a dizzying that the polls, yes, show presently Trump beating Biden, but the polls in an overwhelming way for Gen Z, for Alpha, and for millennials are saying, we wish there were two different candidates altogether. Throw the whole thing away. And so I think that both parties have a responsibility not to do plastic surgery, but to do CPR to inject oxygen back in. And I think both of us are going to have a damnable time trying to get people rallied to go to the polls because people are saying, we're the geriatric part. We seeing two old men fight it out in the cane, that this is the oldest leadership that America has ever seen.
Fact or fiction?
Fact. Double fact.
Double fact. Oh, the oldest guys running for this office, man.
And see, that's something that people who are staunch one or the other don't want to hear. And will get upset. That's why there's frustration. This is the best we got. This right here. Two grumpy old men.
Yeah. That's it. And like you said, CPR. It needs to be resuscitated. The political landscape.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I truly believe, like you said, that the majority of the people are like, ugh, I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
But here's your thing. We know personally, I'm gonna speak for me, and I even think I can speak for you on this. We know who we don't want to be president.
Right. Yep.
Those people aren't gonna get caught up in that. Those people still gonna vote for who they want.
Yeah.
So yeah, the reality is, and people tell us this, and we're like, man, whatever. The reality is, when we don't vote, or when we be like, man, it just don't matter. Yeah, that's another way that candidate is gonna win.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's how the system works. So your voice of not, or your vote or non-vote is going to affect the election.
Yeah, sometimes you vote by not voting, and man, it's sad. I mean, it's really depressing.
It is. And we saw recently in Michigan where the non-commitment. Did you see this?
100,000 people.
100,000 people.
I'd say.
Oh,
So Republicans and Democrats ran a primary last night, but the main story is, and we know we expected Trump to win. Nikki Haley was not successful in yesterday's primary, but she says she is staying in until Super Tuesday, which is March 5th, by the way. But Biden also won his primary. But the main thing that happened last night was the no commitment vote. So when you look at the fact that 100,000 people showed up yesterday to vote uncommitted against Joe Biden, that is a real problem on their hands for Democrats. Now, we talked a little bit about this on yesterday on what no commitment means. And so Representative Andy Levine, who is a part of that movement, said that this was historic, this has never happened before. Now, the movement will continue to various states until there is a ceasefire. Again, they are supported by another organization, 501c4, PAC called Arab Americans for Progress, who's supporting this movement. And just to, before I toss it to you, so people can understand numbers, in 2016, Bernie Sanders beat Hillary Clinton by only 18,000 votes in Michigan. In the general election, Trump beat Hillary Clinton in Michigan by just a little bit of 10,000 votes.
So that's a lot of votes.
That's a lot of people. Now, are they doing the uncommitted because of what's going on?
Yeah, that's their way of their form of protest. What's going on in Israel?
But that's on the Democratic side.
Mm-hmm.
They messing up.
They're messing up, but that's their way. That's their voice. They're looking at it like, well, we're not gonna, commit to anybody, but it's gonna affect Biden.
Yeah, and not committing to anybody, you're committing to somebody.
You're committing to Trump.
Nobody running against Biden. You know what? For that though, maybe it's better than how people like you and I feel, because their reason for not committing is because of what's going on.
Right.
Our reason for not committing is because these candidates ain't doing it.
Well, and it's what's going on. These bad choices. This is what's going on.
Yeah. But at least if they get some traction in Palestine, these people there that are non-committed, I mean, should commit. You would think, because that's why they're saying they're not. That's why they say they're not committed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a form of protest.
Yeah, for people like us, unless we see some more names on the ballot, we still got issues with committing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's big for North Carolina. It's a big deal. The primaries, we're one of the battleground states.
One of the battlegrounds, and and just by being in North Carolina and looking around, where
Yeah.
So if we had somebody to really get behind, you'd feel more invigorated to go vote.
Yeah.
I don't want to, and this may end up being what I do. I don't want to vote for Biden because he ain't Trump.
Again.
Yeah, because that's why I voted for him the first time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say again. That's what same here.
Because he ain't Trump. But I'm afraid, I'm terrified of a Trump presidency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think I've just kind of one of those things I've just kind of accepted.
It's gonna happen. It is what it is.
kind of prepare. I kind of be like a prepper when they prepare like for Armageddon.
So so basically what you're saying is you done called in hospice.
Yeah, hospice is here.
Just make me comfortable for these 4 years.
Yeah, make me comfortable. Give me a good meal. Good sports going on. Just some kind of distraction to, for the pain that we might feel.
And there's a difference. We will, we see these blips of Biden. We always see him falling and stuff. But really, now it's election cycle kind of different now. But you don't see him every day.
Right.
Trump, you're gonna see every day for 364, 730 for the next 1,460 days.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see him every day.
Yeah, because he wants to be seen. He wants to be seen, and he stumbled around, like we said. He stumbled over his words and said some weird stuff.
Yeah,
he don't care. He gonna talk.
He don't care. So, hey, man, this is a huge election. Man, I just really, really, really wish I could have somebody to get behind. I know the Democratic Party is going to, I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. They're going to tell me to do my research and look at what Biden has done for the community and this and that.
Yep. I'm gonna get to that. That's what I'm gonna read some top accomplishments. He lowered the cost of families' everyday expenses. More people are working than any time in American history. He's making people are making more in America right now. Rebuilding our infrastructure. That's the railroads, roads. Historic expansion. In strengthening our airlines. He's committed to the reproductive rights, which we've dealt with the reverse of Roe v. Wade. So there's a few things he's done. He's rescued us from the pandemic for the most part. Economically, we're recovering from that. So those are a few things, man. And you can do your own research at www.whitehouse.gov.
www.whathasbidendone.com.
I mean, I had to look. We talked about it. Unfortunately, we had Mrs. Adrian Bell on. We had some technical issues. We couldn't get her audio through, but we talked about this. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it through, but she told us to research. So I did, and I saw those things. How does it make you feel, man? It make you feel better about him?
I mean, make me feel like, Miss Bell, if you're listening, Eric made sure not to post that because you made us feel like two big dummies.
No, that's not true. It was bad. She did. She held her own. She did for sure.
It was like our elder setting us straight.
She did.
And it's really
it's really what it was.
All we could do was say, "Yes, ma'am."
And you know what that is? That's respect.
That's respect.
That's respect for your elders, and that's how we grew up. Let's be honest.
I mean, that's respect. Now, kids today, they sit there and argue with you. Yes, ma'am. And I don't really, in our discussions, we've never really said Biden didn't do anything.
No, we just question his cognitive ability.
Yeah, we've questioned his frailty.
Yeah.
And all those accomplishments don't change that. And you don't want to be the one to say, well, I don't want to age discriminate. There's no way in this election with these two you can do age discrimination. Because they ain't that far off.
Right.
I just want to make sure if he can take a cognitive test, let that be their debate, like you said. I might get behind him.
Yeah, I agree. And again, going back to her, it wasn't we could have debated all day. We could have really debated, but it just wasn't worth it. Because we appreciate her coming on the show for one, and she's older than us and wise, and I just wasn't, I brought up the 94 crime bill, and I thought that was a legitimate question. I still question that.
She shot that joker down, boy.
Yeah, he was like, how you gonna bring again, we will have her on. I want to talk more about that, not debate, but a lot that 94 crime bill. Some people I even know to this day have just gotten out of prison this year.
There you go.
And why did they get out? You know why they got out and how they got out? Because of a bill that Trump passed.
Yeah, that's what I say, Mr. Trump.
I'm just saying. I'm just being real. Let's start talking about. Let's be real. Start being real transparent about the situation we're in, and not, make it propaganda on either side.
Yeah, on either side.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's not. None of us have said Biden didn't do anything. Just cautious.
Yeah. And go to
www.whathasbidendone.com.
Yeah, and look it up for yourself. If it's Biden, look what Trump has done. That might be my next read. I mean,
and then see how it makes you feel.
Yeah, and certain things I'm like, I don't like when Republicans start to talk about what they've done. They kind of associate black people with the inner city automatically. I don't like that. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I don't live in the inner city.
Yeah, a majority of black people I would say don't live in the inner city. I think especially in the South.
Exactly.
But
that's their way of putting us in there.
Yeah. So miss me with that inner city talk.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. You can't even drop me off in there and tell me to make it.
Yeah, country guy, rural guy.
Looking around.
Yeah, well, that's a tall building.
Yep, that's when they be like, "Yep, we got him."
Yeah. So we will get her back on. She agreed to come back on, and we'll do a sound check and make sure everything's just perfect, because she brought a lot of knowledge, and especially when it comes to voting. There are new rules to voting.
Yeah, she had a lot of good information. She really did.
Yeah, she did.
Taught me some stuff about that whole Jones School thing and all of that. So yeah, there's a lot of good information. She didn't necessarily see things the way we saw them,
and that's
okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, again, it's the differences. We're men. We're younger than her. I mean, we just come from a different generation, and it's okay to disagree.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Not at all. All right, let's lighten it up a little bit, man. Let's talk about your boy, man. The Cam 7-on-7 fight. How do you feel about Cam? Cam was handling his own, man. You got to admit.
He's 6'6", 240. What do you expect? The boy went after him with 5'9".
I'm just saying, man.
If Cam ain't handling his own with them dudes, something wrong with Cam.
It's about 7 of them jumping him, though, man. Just saying.
Man, look, that hat. So how his hat don't come off his head?
I don't know. That was amazing. The hat, that was really, really amazing. How that hat did not come off during the whole fight.
Man, hey, once again, this goes back to previous conversations we've had. This is why you're not gonna have this dude as the GM for the Panthers. Well, not only the ridiculous hat, You already got an owner that throw drinks on people. I don't need a general manager who's fighting at 7-on-7s.
Give Cam a break, man. Cam, yeah, I can't give him a break. Can't give him a pass on this one.
And see, they said pretty much Cam talked it up. He kept running his mouth.
Trash talking, and it's a youth 7-on-7, right? It's for the kids. For the
Said
kids.
His team was talking junk too, but then he started talking. Then he really got going. So old dude went up to him like, you know, that whole "I'm a man, you a man, you ain't gonna disrespect me." And the one brother sees Cam up here, and his little brother here got a jump to hit Cam in the jaw.
Yeah.
So the other brother hits him, but Cam started running his mouth.
I'm with him. I'm with the brothers.
Yeah, you ain't gonna keep talking to me any old way.
And it's trash talk, and it should never come to that. Never come to violence. But hey, I've been there with basketball, and
You ready to fight.
you get heat. It gets heated.
But
Anybody's
see,
played any sports.
here's the thing though, Cam, they trash talked him while they played. This game, Cam's team ain't even playing.
He's still talking.
He's still talking trash to him while their team is playing. So they was like, man, we better square up.
It comes down to Cam always wanting attention. I mean, he looks like a person that, even though you 6'6", you already getting attention. You 6'6".
Everybody gonna see you. Yeah.
Everybody gonna see you. He still want to be seen. He need to be seen beyond. He wasn't even playing. He wanted to be seen. Why not shine the light on the kids who came to your camp or your 7-on-7 and not so much on you?
Like, there you go. And you know, Cam said, you know, he's not gonna quit doing on 7-on-7s because that's his way of giving back to the kids. And I appreciate that. I respect that. He said how when he was in the league, he didn't have time to do certain things. So he would send his people to do it and keep up with the kids. What Cam need to do is just keep sending his people.
Yeah, because he's not mature enough. And he's not playing. So the fact he's not playing and he needs that spotlight and that attention, it's a bad look. It's a bad situation for him, period. So
because you can't say you don't want attention. And you know, he said something that he was like, you know, I'm Cam Newton. Some of these kids will never get the opportunity to meet somebody like me.
Right.
So I want to be there so they can meet me and they can talk to me and they can have that experience. And that's a great idea. It is.
Yeah.
Cam, if you wasn't there for attention, you wouldn't have them ridiculous hats on all the time.
Well, you can't discount branding. I'm sure he gets some money for wearing those.
So you there to be seen.
It's branding. Some old man at the thing watching their son be like, man, where you get them hats, Cam? That's a sale right there.
They're gonna say, look at that ridiculous hat.
He looks stupid, especially the baseball caps with the.
Yeah,
he looked like a fool.
Did you ever understand them big hats?
What big hats?
You ain't never seen the real big hats
that he wears, or
no, just period.
Oh,
you ain't never seen.
I ain't never seen them. They got real hats like
this
big.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one way, but I'm saying Cam, he wanted to, and if you don't want people to see you, take off them ridiculous hats.
Yeah, well, he want people to see him. That's the thing. He wants the attention, but not only does he want the attention, he's taking the attention off of the kids. Exactly. I mean, that's the sad part. You taking attention off the kids, and they're not getting. And if you're doing it for the kids, let it be about the kids.
There you go. Make it about the kids. Don't make it about you.
And you can show up. I'm sure Jordan. I think Jordan came to his camps. You know, played basketball with the kids. Okay, but Cam,
I don't think Jordan did the whole. Like he didn't do the whole camp.
Right.
He would show up to the camps, but you Cam, and I understand. Okay, You're saying this is about the kids. I'm gonna say it. Stop me if you heard this before. Take off them ridiculous hats.
You hate the hats. No, it ain't even. It's the whole outfit. It's the whole fit. It ain't just.
It is. But you could be there and be a tacky dresser, looking like Mr. Brown. But them hats always stand out. I just think so.
Let me see. Yeah, them hats are terrible. Oh, those. What is that for? Like sports? People wear that.
People wear them. Yeah, people wear them.
No way. No way they wear it. They called noggin boss.
Yeah, people wear them big hats. They're $120. Yeah, I don't make no sense to me. Yeah.
No.
What
Cam? I'm sure those hats that Cam wear, they probably in the hundreds.
Oh, they high. Because he was, I forget, he said who made them. And he was talking about they tailor them to your head. And that's why his hat didn't fall off. And man, they ain't no telling how much them hats cost. But man, they gotta do better.
Yeah, gotta do better. And I mean, I don't, that's his style, which he's always been kind of different with his dress, even when he was playing.
He got different after the Broncos did something. Yeah.
He was dressed like, you say that, but he was dressing like that the whole season. You forget he was wearing them little bonnets, and he started going left. Like, I don't know. That's just him.
He ain't got back right.
He ain't got back right, and now he's not playing. It's like gotten worse. And again, with this whole fight situation, I think he should step down from it. That would be a better example to me.
He ain't
not
going
stop doing it, but just don't show up. Let it be your people.
Let your people go.
Mm-hmm.
Look, guys. I can even come by practice every once in a while. I guess 7-on-7's practice.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. But I can come by and I can see you guys. And I can even bring you some gear. But as far as the games, I'm just not able to be there.
Yeah. But you know what? As a man, like we're trying to do something, you and I and some guys, we're trying to do something for the youth in our area. And I'm just sitting there thinking, we want to be examples to them.
And
what I'm saying? We want to be an example for them. And then you take this situation right here, and he's sitting there fighting in front of them for one. He knew that at some point, or even the trash talking is a bad look.
It's a bad look. Yeah.
And so that
escalate in a different way. Yeah.
Carry yourself in a different way. Exactly. It's a lot.
Yeah. There's a lot of growing up that Cam needs to do.
I mean, Cam ain't no little kid.
Yeah, he's 33, 34 years old. Yeah,
come on now.
And so at a certain age, that's you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you. There ain't no growing up. That's you.
That's you.
You just you.
Wow.
So, yeah, man. I don't.
Yeah.
But that's an issue. But those kids are watching that.
They watching every move. They look up to you like that's just what it is. And you gonna talk trash, and you teaching them to talk trash. And I hated that when I was coaching. I ain't like trash talk. I ain't like kids trash talking to other kids.
I still don't either.
I don't like it. Just play the game.
There you go. Let your game do your talking.
Yeah. I mean, I understand people do it, but this was too much. Seeing Cam
fight. Clearly, it led to a fight.
And he even mentioned that this could have led to something else. I mean, we've seen people we've seen a coach get killed. He got shot with Talib. What's his name? Talib. I know you're talking about
Aqib Talib.
Yeah. In that little tournament they had, and somebody got killed in a youth football game. So
and adults need to be adults. Adults need to know, hey, look, these kids are watching. Mm-hmm. Why am I going to act like a kid? So I can never discipline you for you out there fighting if I'm doing it. Because
yeah, got to be an example to the youth, man. You got to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Cam took it. He might have held his own. He took a L. He took a L in a lot of eyes.
He took an L in life. Yeah, he did.
Really.
He took an L.
But here's the thing about Cam Newton. He don't care because all Cam ever says is he's rich.
He's never accountable, and that's why he's not in the league.
Yep.
I hate to say it.
That's exactly why.
He's never held accountable. He doesn't hold himself accountable. That's why he's not in there.
That's it. There's a difference in him not being in the league, and probably and Colin Kaepernick not being in the league. Cam's not in the league because of Cam.
Yeah, his attitude. His attitude, man. Nobody putting up with that. And people are like, well, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? Man, hey.
I'm working every day.
Money don't build character.
I mean, it really don't. Matter of fact, if you lack character, money magnifies that.
It does. It does, man. That's proof. That's proof. Like this guy, like he's immature. He's been immature. He hasn't grown up. And he's 30-some years old.
Yeah, so he may never grow up.
Yeah.
Just as long as he got money, he think he good.
Yeah. And it don't even matter.
There you go.
Well, speaking of the youth, man, speaking of, the youth doing their thing, man. I ran across this young lady, doing her thing, man, on a national level.
I've seen bright stars round the side for the rain or so streaming.
Oh my God.
Doing it. She killed that. She killed it. She was at a Pacers game. She killed that, man.
She killed it. She killed something. Man, how? You know how she got that, right?
Yeah. Nepotism.
Same thing I've been trying to tell y'all to take advantage of.
She took advantage.
She took complete advantage of. The Pacers need their tails kicked. The daddy need his tail kicked. They put on that ridiculous dress that she had on.
Her dad was, what was he, like a reporter or something in the area? What was he?
Something in the area. So she clearly nobody listened to her before she sang.
Or they did, and they were too scared to say, this ain't it.
Yeah, we're going to get bad publicity. And then the Pacers going to tweet it out.
Hey, publicity, man. There's no such thing as bad publicity.